commented, shared, liked everything. We just want to say thank you, man. And you know, I'm excited. I'm excited for our first single, our nationally released single. It's a big deal for us. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Great job for you, everybody. We're here to see the premiere of She Ready, the brand new single, as Scooby mentioned, nationally released through. Remind me of the name of the record label again. Daryl's gonna kill me.
Music Matters, I Hear Your Records, and Universal Virgin.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Boom. There we go. Go is on the rise. All right. So we're gonna watch the video?
Well, first I want to talk about the artwork, man, because I mean you can see the incredible artwork that's in the corner, the single cover, and we have none other than the man who created it, DeMont Pender. You know what I mean? The guy, the man himself. What's up, DeMont?
What up, my brother? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. Real quick, I just want you to go over, like, you know, what was the inspiration? How did it all come about? Of course, we know, but I want the people to hear from the artist's mouth, man.
All right, so let me do this thing. Let me turn this around. Come on, this right here?
Yes, sir. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
oh, man, you've been holding out.
Yeah, man. You know, I had to have a little keepsake.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
So, you know, it was real simple. You know, a classic and groovy group like yourselves, you know, we had to create a timeless piece. So we want to include like an old type model car. We could call this car whatever we want, whatever year it is. You know, had like a little version of it right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we wanted something classic. Wanted to include the band in it. We got to have the first lady right there on the hood of the car. You know, we got to have the instruments. Then we got to also tell the times that we living in too. So Black Lives Matter Plaza is right there. And then you know, band parking only. You know, only y'all can park there. So anywhere else to get told, get them tickets right there, man. But other than that, you know, She Ready. You know what I'm saying? I Hear Your Entertainment Records. You know.
Yes, sir.
And the feel of the background, I really want to play off the marquee and everything, but this is we got the city in the background, but right here, this is a feel of Tacoma. You know what I mean? Like Tacoma Station.
Yeah.
Like I kind of wanted to give it that vibe right there. You know what I mean? So it's simple. You know, you got the DC flag on your shirt.
Yes, sir.
Other little elements and everything.
With the African colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the attention to detail is incredible, man.
Man, I think he'll be proud.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, listen.
Yeah,
that's what we strive for, man. To make music like you made, and you know, make them proud, looking down on us.
Hey, but I want to say congratulations, man, for real. And also, I'm super excited to be a part of this project, man. It means a lot. You know, I love y'all and I respect y'all, man. So to be included on this particular project, man, is dope. You know, I think we all made something timeless together, man. That's gonna live on. And I think the song is gonna do real good, man. I can see Beyonce hitting that joint in the middle of her set or something.
Yes, sir.
Concert or something.
Yeah, I need that kind of action.
Hey.
Well, DeMont, I appreciate you, man. You know, you always got my respect, brother. I love you, man. I love you for your art, love you for your humbleness, man. And we'll see you soon, bro. We about to get into this video and let the people see it for the first time.
All right, that's a bet, bro. So see y'all soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace.
Peace.
I got a question real quick before you do the video. So to me, this is something that I feel like it has been lacking for a while within our culture, is the presentation. Right. And the way that the cover art is done, and paying attention to the detail, like you said. What made you guys decide to enlist someone like Picasso to do this? Like, what was the thought process behind it? I think it looks amazing.
I mean, well, DeMont's the man, first of all. You know, around here, he's one of the top artists in the area. So, you know, we worked together before on stage, and it just made it an easy kind of thing to do, as far as, you know, entrusting him in the project. Daryl reached out to him. I reached out to him, gave him some ideas of what we wanted it to feel like, and he just took it from there. He asked me to ask all the band members to you know, think of something that y'all want in the picture. So, you know, Smoke threw the car in there. My man O threw the love sign in there. Somebody else threw the owl. You know, so it was a group effort in getting the elements in the picture. You know, he even got John's backpack in the picture. So, you know, it's so you know, it was a group effort. And then when you get something like that to an artist and let them turn it over, it's bound to come out as special.
That's super dope. That's super dope. And I think it speaks to you know, just the overall message of re-injecting creativity back into the business of go-go. So I commend you guys for that. Great look on that. So
appreciate it, man.
Got it.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we're gonna roll the video or keep it moving for a bit.
I think we should roll it, man. I'm excited to see it on my computer screen. You know, I've been seeing it on my phone all this time, so I'm excited for the people to see it.
For sure.
Can I intro it? Hey, Marcus, why don't you intro it?
He said Marcus intro.
You're not ready. I'm ready.
Oh, I'm not ready.
Oh,
no.
She ready.
She not ready.
I'm about to say,
I'm not ready. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to focus on the road.
She ain't hardly ready. Look with her screen looking like that.
Oh, I'm not ready. But listen, but that's another discussion with me and you and I.
Oh yeah, I know she was gonna try to throw me under the bus. All right.
Yeah, because you want me here or you want me to be prissy. I can't be prissy all the time.
True.
Okay.
Throw on your bonnet and your do-rag and
hey,
on the screen.
This video right here, we snatching off wigs just like that. You hear me?
No. I'm not on the wig. Cool.
Come on, Diggy.
I didn't say you. I just said
you gotta concentrate on the road. Concentrate on the road.
Oh, you didn't just come for me.
I didn't say you. I just said.
Wait a minute. Let me see something.
When we
is that you, Wes, with a T?
The video is snatching wigs off. Like I didn't say you. I'm just saying in general. So ladies. When you hear
okay, you talking about them, yeah, because I don't know, this me, baby. This all me. Malachi, you hear me?
I hear you. Don't let Wes come for you like that.
Wes with a T?
I didn't come for you. I said all women between the ages of babies to old. If your wig ain't on tight,
from babies to old.
Babies to old.
All right, so look, I'm gonna intro.
Right, well, Wes go do the dishes and Scooby can intro the video.
I'm cooking, but I'll watch it too.
Without any further ado, for the first time ever on Facebook, this is SIrius Company with the smash single under Music Matters, I Hear You Entertainment. What's the name of the record again? So I'm playing She Ready by SIrius Company.
All right.
Let me mute my mic because I don't want y'all to hear me screaming in here.
Yeah. I hope you don't mind if I get ratchet. Go out of my mind, completely batshit. My mama taught me it ain't frontin' if you have it. Please believe, best believe I'm a fan.
Real fast around here. You might need a pass around here. You can watch her dance, but watch your hands, cause we'll grab ass around here. This thing takes skill around here. This thing get real around here. You can hush it up in the game 20 plus. Guess what? We still around here.
In these pockets, making hits in these sockets. They got chips on their shoulder. We got chips in our pocket. Don't speak my name, don't come for me. I roll with SIrius Company. I'm a queen that snap my fingers and my team will get you down for me. Cause we here for it.
Getting money, we here for it. Everybody, we here for it. DMV, we here for it. Yeah, ladies, we here for it. Tatiana's, we here for it. All my ladies, we here for it. Yes, indeed, we here for it. Yeah, cause she ready.
She ready.
She ready. just like I would give this stupid. I don't know what you've been doing or pursuing you and ruin. My team ain't got no shows, we out here cranking, check the movement. Them haters popping off and don't be aiming when they shooting. And we ain't stopping to this movement we pursuing. Let's get this popping. She said she like watching. She turned on my faucet and she let me slide. And her kids moved down the side. And she said it's all good. She wiped it off like she worked for Mr. Miyagi. Yesterday, then we here for it. Getting money, we here for it. Everybody, we here for it. The inventor, we here for it. And ladies, we here for it. Tatiana, we here for it. All my ladies, we here for it. Yes, indeed, we here for it. Yeah, she ready. 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 And we here for it. Yeah, yeah, we here for it. Yeah, yeah, we here for it. Hey, okay, 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 okay. Hey, hey. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. You ready, ladies? Hey, hey, go, 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 get go.
Yellow.
Yo,
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Yeah, so man, listen, what y'all think of the video? I know some of those, let me first introduce everybody. We got Dave Cleve, who's one of the keyboard players in the band, who also is a partner of mine who handles a lot of the stuff that we watching here. Mr. Marcus Young, who's a dynamite keyboard player in the band. Of course, we got Kimberly's iPhone, who's on here, who's Miss Kim, who's dynamite vocalist for the band. Smoke, my bass player for the band, and my man Jason Holland, who we've been friends for over 25 years, the rapper on the song. We got Daryl Brooks on the line, my man from Northeast. No, you're from Southeast, right, Daryl? Southeast, yeah, Southeast. OG in the game, promoter extraordinaire, my partner, and I Hear Your Records. Wes Watkins, the drummer, got my own sound. And we got my man Chris Ramson from Music Matters, who put the whole deal together and is our partner. We got Chris and Chris on here. So let me ask you, can you unmute yourself, Chris? What's up, Chris?
What's up? What's up? How's everybody?
I'm sorry, and Malachi, I forgot to introduce Malachi John.
No, it's all good.
We go way back too when our band OP Tribe used to smash his band down in Annapolis.
Picture that. Picture that.
Shots.
So yeah, man, I just wanted to say, real quick, while we, taking this call and kind of celebrating with ourselves, and the rest of our family on Facebook. Everybody out there watching, y'all free to comment, ask us questions about the video, about the song, or even about us in general. We taking all questions. We appreciate y'all just being a part of it. And real quick, I wanted Chris Ramson from Music Matters to kind of go through, his spiel about how it is our people can support us, how it is, the record can go to new heights if we all pitch in.
So good evening, everyone. Chris Ramson from Music Matters. Just want to say thanks to Daryl and Scoob for at least giving us this opportunity to release the single on our platform, which were distributed through Virgin Universal. It's one of these things that we felt very passionate about, given that go-go is, at times it's overlooked from a national, even a global perspective. And one of our challenges or our goals is to make it so that it's really solidified as its own genre. I think just the energy that this video radiates, how the song comes across, is really, really indicative of where we can go with this record, with the band, with the sound. It's important that the fans just keep pushing the culture forward. You know, I know it's kind of like a cliche to use that term, but it's really important. You know, I used this metaphor this morning when I called Scoob. I called him real early just to congratulate him and Daryl Brooks. And they were like half asleep, like, who's calling me? And but I was like, this is, DC has something to say. And this right here, it just shakes that stigma where go-go a lot of time just has like a negative light shed upon it. And where this record, the video is just so clean. Like the energy that Kim comes off, like I've never really met Kim. I've seen Kim from afar at different venues and stuff, but not on no stalker type stuff, but just on just from afar, just watching her as a fan. But just seeing how she came off, it's just so many opportunities to create all these different hashtags and movements on social media. You know, we all realize that social media is what pushes the needle with this record, with any type of music. You know, and in this business that we're in, it's one of the things just trying to share my experiences with Scoob and Daryl that the music business is not even about music anymore. It's just about the gimmick. It's about, you know, the hashtag. It's about likes. So, you know, when I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel, I'm just trying to make this, you know, hopefully we can hit on the one with the stars when they line up. And, you know, we create our own little movement on social media. So it's important that the fans, the family, the band members, you know, they all kind of unite and try to push the same message in some form or another without it being disingenuous. I think one of the things, like we used the Bust It challenge and we laughed because I was teasing Daryl the other day. I said, you know, I'm one of the international judges of the Bust It challenge. And, you know, it's one of those things like when Kim comes off, when excuse me before I get ratchet, or how she comes off on the record, it's just something that she could create or you guys could create as a collective think tank that, you know, just resonates with the song. So, you know, one of the things, like, you know, what are they at, 1 billion streams with this song, with the Bust It challenge? It's the same thing that could happen with She Ready, because just the way it hits on the one with Kim's voice, and whatever the dance is, whatever the move is, whatever the nuance is for TikTok or for Instagram, I think that also helps push the needle. Like everything before, you know, like with hip hop and R&B coming up in the 2000s or the 90s, what have you, in the record business, it was a T-shirt that really got the movement going. It was some little tchotchke that were marketing piece that was like, oh, I had to have it. Like when Puff came out with Bad Boy, he had the Big Mac promotion with the Notorious B.I.G., God rest his soul, and Craig Mack, God rest their souls. And so, you know, that was kind of like how pivotal it was. And, you know, it didn't help that they had a smash on their hand on both sides of the coin. So this is the same thing. You guys definitely have a smash. And, you know, I've seen you guys perform live too. So it's just when this country, in addition to this world, is really starts to heal and everybody's coming back outside and to perform, this is where you guys seal the deal with your live performances. I mean, the video really captivates how you guys should be performing, you know. So having seen you guys perform, it's really just a big deal to know that you guys can just embody this energy, package it up, and just put it on YouTube. I mean, you guys look great in 4K. You guys look great in high definition. I mean, just imagine when people get to lay their eyes on you. And it's just not what people think what go-go is, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is an opportunity where radio can embrace you, albeit radio is a dying breed, and this is not something where we look to like live on radio, but radio is going to be our friend, especially here. I mean, we can go gold in the context of streaming with the fan base that you guys have alone. I mean, really, technically, if you have like 15,000 core audience, you can really achieve that goal. But collectively, you guys have about 40, 45,000, if I'm not correct, right, Scoob?
Yeah, between our social media accounts.
So with that being said, I mean, as long as you have people that really truly love you, they're going to want to come see you. Let's just keep working hard and keep pushing this needle forward, you know. And I appreciate everybody's opportunity. And Malachi, thank you for this opportunity as well. Thank you guys. And, you know, I can't wait to see you guys live.
Appreciate you, Chris.
Appreciate you, bro.
I want to reiterate what he said. I think my man said we can go gold, certified gold. If we can get.
Yeah, it's a real number. I mean, it's definitely a real number. You know, I mean, you're seeing a lot of these records, and there's a lot, and let's be honest with each other too. I mean, we're all industry individuals here. There's a lot of acts that go gold and platinum quietly, and you never even heard that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, my real goal is just to solidify the genre. So so let's say, for example, when you look on whatever your DSP that you like, you know, whatever streaming platform is your preference. It's Tidal, it's Apple Music, it's Spotify, Amazon Music, et cetera, you see all the genres listed. The R&B, the hip hop, country, blues, jazz. It's not even categorized as, in most instances, as a sub-count category. You know, the goal is to show that it's solidified. You know what I'm saying? Like, just how like hip hop was really a subgenre of R&B before it just kind of just jumped out there. And you talking about decades ago. I mean, you guys are really the springboard, you know, and not to be, you know, grouped together with like EU from 35 years ago. And nothing wrong with that, but you know, this is just a new era. New technology plays a major role in it. And then, you know, the music just is going to be live and fresh. So that's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate it, man. I don't know about y'all. I kind of want to see the video again. Dave, how we looking on the end of the video?
Real quick, let me ask Chris a question real quick before you go, if that's okay. So, you know, the go-go sort of culture has, let's just say, not embraced social media as quickly as other genres of music. And I think, you know, to your point, is why go-go isn't listed as a genre of music yet is because of there just aren't enough releases. So kudos to everybody on here for continuing to push forward to make more releases. There aren't enough official releases within the category to make it a genre. And even if you try to, like, you know, for example, target a Facebook ad, you can't even really get go-go as an interest on Facebook because it just isn't big enough. So all it's going to take is more and more of what you guys are doing. But to that point, for anybody that's watching right now, because I know there's some people on here watching, Chris, what are some tangible things that the fans can do to really help sort of spur that growth? You know what I mean? Like actually, like, okay, it's better for you to, like, for example, the best thing you could do for them on Spotify, if you use Spotify as your DSP of choice, is heart the song, because that shows that you are taking an active interest in the song versus just listening to it in a playlist. Or are there any other things? I don't know if you guys are focusing on specific platforms or whatever, but I just want to make sure that, like, we give a clear call to action to the fans to try to help push this forward, because it's going to take a lot of releases and a lot of artists really pushing from the area to really make it into a scene and make it happen. And I think everybody here is invested in making that happen. But some of the fans may not know exactly what they can be doing to best support the movement.
That's an awesome loaded question.
Most of my questions are loaded.
Yeah, but it's a great loaded question. I'm gonna try to answer as best as possible. One of the things that we have been doing, or what we ask of the fans, is, like you said, yeah, definitely heart the songs. Excuse me, but more importantly, throw the songs in playlists. You know, if you got a playlist of like 300 songs, and I do watch these kids, and they'll have like 150, 120, 110 songs, and then, you know, they rotate them based on how it's it's received, whether it's on social media or radio or video. But keep putting them songs into the playlist, and then, you know, hopefully they'll just keep streaming it. But it's also it works both ways too, because the band and the way that they push the information out has to keep redirecting them to the DSPs. They have to say, hey man, check me out. You know, if Marcus says, hey man, check me, if he's playing the keyboards and he's doing like a little live feed, say, yo man, check this little tune out. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on such and such. Like, you got to keep directing them there. You know, one of the things that why we got into the business with Scoob and Daryl and with the band was because I'm hoping this is one of many that opens up the floodgates for many more artists to come. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, it's kind of like the opportunity that Ghazi took with Atlanta how he built Empire. And that's just what I see. But however, this is not an opportunist. I'm not being an opportunist when I do this. I'm doing this from a standpoint that I realized even though hip hop is just pop at this point, and growing up in New York, you know, that is just what I've embodied. But I also realized how like disco kind of faded out and hip hop started to come around. I see how like Southern Soul is doing the same thing, well, which is like a subgenre down in the southeast and southwest corridor of the country. But same thing with go-go. Like it's just there, it's just waiting for the right opportunity. This is just the right record to springboard that, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully these guys want to becoming the pioneers really without throwing shade to all the genre, you know, the pioneers, Chuck Brown, so forth, that have come through the door and tried to make this mainstream. But this is something now that's in the 21st century, like, look, yo, we ready. She ready. We all ready. Let's just pull it.
Okay. Okay.
There you go.
And so these little things that you guys are like, these little ad-libs that are in the song, like there's like 4 ad-libs in that song that can really take off to be catchy, that could be trendy, you know, that could trend, you know what I'm saying? And so the way Kim comes off in the front, in the end, on the one in the beginning of the song is just key, you know what I'm saying? Because she's, first of all, a woman's movement is not even a movement, it's just the standard now, okay? Yeah. And the mere fact that Kim is in front of this band with all guys, you know what I'm saying? And the way they all look at her, they look at her like she's a dude. You know what I'm saying? Which is good, but she has the ability to manipulate.
She will bust your ass.
No, I can imagine. You know
not yours, but
easy, right?
But she can easily. She's taking control. You know what I'm saying? And I think this also just shows, from a feminist perspective, yo, we ready. It's not even she ready. We ready. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it sends so many great messages with the fan base and so forth. So I think it's a great opportunity for them to kind of pivot themselves and just really just keep asking the fans, hey, like us on. And there's nothing wrong asking. If you don't ask, you know, closed mouths don't get fed. But more importantly, just say, hey man, check us out on Spotify, check us out on Apple Music, you know, and we just got to keep coming up with this creative marketing content that just puts it out and makes it catchy.
Sweet.
Well, I just added it into my GoGoTix.co hit go-go songs playlist on Spotify. So if you want to check it out, there you go.
It is. I want to bounce to the video. I want to bounce to the video one more time, and then after we come back, I want to talk to the director of the video over at I Edit Projects, my man Bless Child, who was in the room now. Now we're gonna talk about the video when we come back. Play it again, Dave. Play it again, Sam.
You got it muted, Dave.
There you go.
Yeah. I hope you don't mind if I get ratchet. Go out of my mind, completely batshit. My mama taught me it ain't frontin' if you have it. Please believe, best believe I'm a bad.
Real fast around here. You might need a pass around here. You can watch her dance or watch your hands. It's real red ass around here. This thing takes skill around here. This thing get real around here. You can hush it up in the game 20 plus. Guess what? We still around here.
I'm in these pockets, making hits in these sockets. We got chips on their shoulder. We got chips in our pocket. Don't speak my name, don't come for me. I roll with serious company. I'm a queen that snap my fingers and my dream will get you done for me. Cause we're here for it.
Getting money, we're here for it. Everybody, we're here for it. DMV, we're here for it. Yeah, ladies, we're here for it. Tatiana's, we're here for it. All my ladies, we're here for it. Yes, indeed, we're here for it. Yeah, she ready.
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 We here for it. Yeah, we're
We're here for it.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. bust down that little booty. I've been getting money since I got with Kim and Scooby. I don't know what you've been doing or pursuing you and ruin. My team ain't got no sense, we out here cranking, check the movement. Them haters popping off and don't be aiming when they shooting. Ain't getting them stopping to this movement we pursuing. Let's get this popping. She said she like watching. She turned on my faucet and she let me slide and her kids moved down the side. And she said the song, she wiped it off like she worked for Mr. Miyagi. Yesterday we here for it. Getting money, we here for it. Everybody, we here for it. DMV, we here for it. Yeah, ladies, we here for it. Tatiana, we here for it. All my ladies, we here for it. Yes, indeed, we here for it. Yeah, she ready. 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 We here for it. Yeah, yeah, we here for it. Yeah, yeah, we here for it. Hey, okay, 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 okay. Hey, hey. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, 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 okay. You ready, ladies? Hey, hey, almost over, get it going. Hey, hey, hey. She said she ready, get it going.
Yes, sir. Okay.
I have a very
Yeah,
important
man.
question.
Yes, sir.
My question is, does this mean that BJ is fired and now Kim is the Timbali player and the vocalist of SIrius Company?
She can't do
Nah.
everything.
I'm gonna
Can't
blame
do
that one
everything.
on Daryl Brooks. Daryl Brooks said, "Man, I need to see Kim on them Timbalis a little bit," and we had to
Man,
make
that
it
was
happen, man. My man wanted to see Kim on the Timbalis.
that was a great call. Daryl is a genius.
Yeah, you
Hey,
know.
Scoob, don't forget to check the waiting room.
Yeah, I got you. I'm checking it
Okay.
out. But she ready, man. She ready. The director of the video, my man Bless Child, is in the building. Bless, what's good, brother?
What's good, brother? How you feeling, man? Happy drop day. Happy drop day.
Appreciate you. Thank you for all that you've done, man, on the record, on the project.
My pleasure, man.
You know, I hope this spawns all kind of work for you down the line. I know we got a lot more work to do. So talk to us about the project, man, about what you think about it. You know, how it all came about and how it was to shoot it.
Oh man, I love the record. First and foremost, I always ask, artists to send me a dope record, and y'all sent me the record over, and I sat with it for a little bit, and then you and I embarked on the pre-production process, which was storyboarding this joint out, and I really feel like projects will live or die in the pre-production phase. You know what I mean? If you put the due diligence in and plan out the shoot, make sure that you map out what it is that you want to capture. And I feel like we got like 90% of what we were dreaming about. We were dreaming big, you know what I'm saying? We had some exterior shots that we was thinking about and things of that nature, but it's always good to shoot for the moon, and whatever you wind up with is gonna be dope. You know what I mean? So I definitely enjoyed that part of it. And shooting, that was the fun part, right? We showed up on set. I didn't even feel like work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I came through, y'all was rock stars. There was no retakes and start overs and everything like that. Everybody was a rock star. So I definitely enjoyed working with y'all, man. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. How was it shooting the young lady, the dancer that was in it?
Oh man, he was there.
I asked me,
but I'm a professional, man.
I know she brought the fire, man. She
oh man, yeah, her energy, man, I already knew. Yeah.
She was ready.
Hey,
go ahead.
Any way we could reshoot that part over with me there? I just wanna. Is it anyway?
Nah, you should have been there the first.
Hey man, Deacon, we can't do nothing with you, Deacon.
That part wasn't written in the script at first. I didn't know nothing about that part. We can go back and invite
you should be there for the whole thing, regardless. Well, you don't just get the good stuff.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Young lady, if you
hold up.
great job. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But I want to say I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out Dave Cleve, man. So I want to shout out Dave Cleve for referring me to y'all. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, appreciate you, man. You do good work.
Thank you for that.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, I wanted to ask my man Jason Holland. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
I'm good, man. I wanted to ask you, how it is, how is it? I've been knowing you pretty much most of our lives, but it's kind of like the first time where we, we released records before.
Yeah,
it's kind of the first time when we kind of got this level of production. How's it feel like being in the forefront of that record, man? And it's showing the world what you can do.
It's amazing, man, because like you say, we've been doing this for a long time, man. And the level of what we've been able to do with this crew right here that we got, man, it's unbelievable. And just to be able to do this for the culture.
Yeah.
Because the culture, I mean, man, we've been getting robbed for a long time, man.
Yeah.
With this culture, people come steal people from the city to try to, get the sound or recreate the sound. But man, the way we're able to do this right now with the people that we have, man, the level of professionalism it's a whole another thing, man. I'm just happy. I'm ready to go to the next project. Yeah, we got another one anyway.
I'm ready to shoot another video tomorrow.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, I appreciate everybody in this. Yeah, exactly. We ready. So yeah,
we ready.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like I say, man, it's definitely, I feel it's needed, and it's way overdue. So I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad we can be a part of the movement. So yeah.
Appreciate that, man. Hey, Daryl Brooks, you turn your mic on, sir. The man with the plan.
Hello.
What's up, brother?
I'm doing pretty good today. About yourself?
I'm good, man. So for everybody else that don't know, me and Daryl Brooks are partners, man, and we pretty much talk every day. And I hear all his ideas that he wants to get out his head. He's been thinking of for the last however many years. So I bear the brunt of making kind of making it all happen down here because he's in New York. But Daryl, talk to us about what you thought about when you first heard the record and what made you want to have this be this first single for SIrius Company.
Well, I think two things. Number one, I'm glad to be a part of this family because there's certain guys I've seen in the organization that I was watching a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. Marcus will tell you the story. I was going to the church one day and saw him handle the band, handle the orchestra. And I walked up to him after service. Everybody went to shake the pastor's hand. I want to shake Marcus' hand. Hey, Marcus, what's going on? You in the band? What's happening with you? He looked at me like, no, not yet. But then later on, I see him playing with Chuck Brown. I said, oh, you finally transitioned. He just bust out laughing. I say all that to say that I've been doing shows for quite a while. I've done all types of groups, all types of genres of music, and I've been passionate about it for a very, very long time. I don't know, some of y'all might know my history, some of y'all might not, but I started as an advertising agency and a school teacher. But I ended up getting involved with an organization, a nonprofit organization called Compared to What. And basically what we were trying to do is educate through the arts. So staging, lighting, leathercraft, concerts, all types of activities that we did. We also got involved with a theater company, Ebony Impromptu Theater Company. So we would stage plays and different kinds of programs in the park. I'm trying to give you the groundwork of what I saw when I saw you guys. And it's like watching something blossom, like watching a rose blossom in between two pieces of concrete on a sidewalk. You see it there and say, oh, wow, maybe if I can plant this in another place, it'll even blossom bigger because it needs the right nurturing. And with that in mind, I want to try to bring to this organization a fertile field where they have a fighting chance to survive on a bigger level. I tease Scooby all the time about his dreams and some of the other things I think should happen. But at the same time, there's a lot of things when you play in one circle all the time, you tend to look like that circle. You tend to have the same feeling of that circle. What I'm trying to do is have you think outside of that circle, outside of that box. And I give you examples upon examples from just my experience. And I think some of y'all know that back in '87, my organization, my crew put together Go-Go Live at the Capitol Center. That set a benchmark that I don't think anybody's really passed yet. That's over 30 years ago. And it came from a collaboration of a lot of local guys, got involved and made a commitment to make something better. After that, me and my crew did a record label. It was called I Hear You Then. We put out maybe half a dozen records, but it got really confusing because like anything else, when you open up a door, sometimes you let in flies. So we had to make an adjustment. And I said, I'd rather go on a tour than sitting around and watch how this is going on in my office today. So I found another tour and I left. I gave anybody who had product with, because they're partners, I gave them their records, gave them their tapes, and whatever revenue that we got from the video at that time, we shared that and we went on about our business. Today, moving to 2021 and 20, I gave Scooby a challenge, and I don't know if y'all know about this challenge, but I said, Scooby, we can put out can you put a gospel record together so we can have for Christmas? You got 30 days to do it. Can you pull it off? And Scooby said, yeah. I said, okay. Guess what? On the 29th day, Scooby had a gospel record, and I'm laughing. I'm saying, oh wow, this kid, he made it happen.
I wouldn't exactly call it a gospel record.
Well, put it this way. It was a holiday record that worked. You understand what I'm saying? You weren't, and when I say gospel record, because it came for that season, that particular season. Yeah. And that was the purpose of it. And I said, we'll plant the seed now, but that seed will grow every year, which it has. And I gave him another challenge, and he's been knocking them out the park. So when we got this, She Ready was not the name of this record. What was the name of this record?
Here For It.
Here for it. I said, no. The focal point of this record should be Miss Kim. The focal point of this record is what's going on in our culture today, what's going on in our city today, what's going on in our time right now. And that's women empowerment, okay? And when the opening lyrics, as I've heard everybody comment on, how that starts off, puts a stamp on it, you better not mess with this. I'm ready, and that's what it's going to be about. And I think that alone, and Dave, you did a hell of a job with that TikTok. I done seen that 1,000 times. I'm screaming when I saw that. I said, let this get contagious. And as Chris said, platinum, gold, whatever, I'm scared to death because we get that. I said, Scoob, and this is in our earlier meetings, we got records back to back that we need to keep feeding in because as Chris had mentioned earlier, we're in our own lane. There's a lot of groups that are obviously in DC that have been nurturing and living there, doing their thing very successfully, some not so successfully others. But we're in a new era now. We don't have to rely on certain things that we relied on in the past. That being the case, we're young enough, we're smart enough, we're sharp enough, we look good, and all you guys are excellent musicians. And all of you guys got talent. I was teasing Scoob, I said, you got 4 frontline players. Each one of them should have a track when you do a show. They shouldn't have to play somebody else's record. And I keep telling Scooby, you gotta dance more, because that's infectious. And those are marketable things. I can't wait to the time that besides putting out records, we can start performing, because that's a whole game changer. And believe me, I know the difference of what that does with lights, camera, action, and a good audience and a good participation. It changes the world. So when I go back to I Hear You Entertainment, that's who I am. When I go back to ONEGOGOWolrd Live, which I feel very strong about, we built some of our own platforms that we can work with, as well as we got a partnership with Craig and Chris. They to me have also say, I believe in what you're doing. I believe in what they're doing. Let's go forward. That to me puts together a team. And what I say, a teamwork makes a dream work. I'm trying to make that dream work. Okay, I'm trying to plant those seeds now for everybody's involved to forge ahead and be very proud of the footprint we all leave for ourselves and for our family.
I think
if anybody got any questions,
I think they I don't think they want to see me dance. I think they want to see Smoke dance. That's just my opinion. The bass player, we call him Young Vert Ain't White because he always moving.
Let me tell you something.
You gotta get the turn.
Funky bass player.
When I see him take that breath, I take a breath with him every time. Okay, I do it every time. You know what I mean? And I just think the lyric content is very sharp. I think Kim's presentation is very sharp. I think everybody is doing their thing, and that in itself is immaculate as far as I'm concerned. Because a lot of times you might have a car and one of the tires might be a little flat, or you might have a corny face, or not. You take a picture, somebody doesn't give their smile. In this situation, I see everybody trying to reach that higher goal, and I believe in that. And this is what I'm feeling, and I'm really loving it.
Yeah, the thing that translates with what Daryl's saying is that this song is authentic. It's not like, within the last 15 years, we have heard, actually maybe, was this 21? Like 19 years, we've heard several like producers come and go who have kind of like synthesized the, elements of go-go and then try to introduce it into whether it was through A. Marie or Kelly Rowland or even Beyonce, and they were nice, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't embody DC the way this does. And this is what's important. And that's what the fans need to know, and they need to see this. This is DC true and true. Like, we're not caught in the middle trying to sound like New York. We're not trying to sound like Atlanta. And so far, everybody can get with it, you know what I'm saying? And it embodies like a wide spectrum as far as the age group, the demographic. That's what's going to help too, because as you have your grandmother, you have your young little sister, these teenagers, and then everyone in between, they're like, oh, I have access to it. That's what makes you guys so easily or readily available, is that you're accessible for everybody, So this is the song, and the video really, kudos again to the director, to our editor. Like, they did a fantastic job because they really were able to capture the spirit of this band and the sound of, and Daryl, I give you props. I didn't know that you were the one that wanted to put Kim on the drums, but that's key, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like a Sheila E. moment. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, it's no question.
Sheila E. made her whole career off of just from Crush Groove.
I was gonna say Crush Groove made her a star.
Right.
Okay.
So I mean,
she had great a pedigree with her dad, but that particular one made her a star.
Right.
I mean,
and I think
her face and her body ain't hurt her either. That's good.
Well, we're musicians.
No,
we're talking about music.
It definitely doesn't, but it goes back to what I was saying. Like, she's like one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? So when you see, but from a marketing standpoint, it's great. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's a hell of an attractive woman. But this right here, from a professional standpoint, or from the fact of camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see her like that. I got to see her like, how can we make this work? And every little thing does help, and it's a collaborative effort for everybody. So kudos to everybody here, man.
I have one more other thing I'd like to share,
and
that is that things you did in the past were nice, but let them stay in the past. As far as how you carry yourself when you go on stage, how you carry yourself when you go to gigs, let that transition emerge, that now you're stepping into another level, because people look up to that. People respect that. If you still come out the car and everybody's accessible, blah, 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 it changes the dynamics. I'm not saying being too far back, but at least know that you're professional and you're focused in what you're trying to accomplish and what you have to serve. And that makes a difference. I think I'm giving you a total exaggeration of that. When Hammer came out of Oakland, he came with an entourage so big, you couldn't even get close to him. And everybody said, oh my gosh, he's big. His records, he couldn't kick that big ass on the road because guys who had better shows except for dancing were wearing him out. He had about 3 records he could get away with. But eventually, when whatever that Hammer Don't Hurt Me, when that came out, it kind of changed. Not Hammer, but one of those, Can't Touch This. That kind of changed. But in the very beginning, it was a different plane. I'm saying to you, with the things you can do and some of the records that y'all are working on, you'll start setting another tone, and then it's like playing catch up. Because what you're presenting, as I said, you're in a lane all by yourself right now. You're in a lane all by yourself. So you'll set the standard for whoever comes close to you or behind you.
Cool, cool. Well,
would you agree, Chris?
Guys,
absolutely, absolutely.
So basically, what you're saying is I got to go get at least 40 dudes to hang around, and I'm
that's not what he said.
That's not.
With some parachute pants.
That's what you got to start wearing the pants, dog.
Hey,
that's what
I ain't ashamed to say that I used to own a pair of them joints. Man.
I had some red blends.
I know I ain't the only one that used to have a pair.
I had some red blends.
I never had any of them hammer pants at all.
With a 49er t-shirt with some red blends.
We the same age, Dave. I know you had some.
That wasn't my life, man. I couldn't live that life.
Did you have a jerry curl?
Yeah, I ain't even had one of those.
For real though, if any one of us had a jerry curl, it probably was Wes.
Hey, yeah.
It was me. It was me.
Wow.
It was Malachi.
Hey.
No, I ain't had no jerry. I had a rat tail. I ain't had no jerry curl.
Oh man,
rat tail.
That might be even worse.
Hey guys, I have to sign off. I just want to say congrats again. I have a paper that's due before midnight, so I'm trying to
appreciate you, Chris.
But I appreciate you guys. Good luck, and we'll definitely be in touch.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Malachi,
appreciate it, bro.
And Daryl, have a good night. I'll talk to you guys later, man. Peace.
All right, take care. Peace.
Daryl, I have to say that you look very young and hip and fashionable today, and I'm a little upset that you didn't have this fancy outfit on when you did my interview show. I feel a little bit slighted, I have to say. You look very hip today, sir.
He came on with his glasses, the hat, everything.
I know he got the hat and everything. He got the little bit, the little.
Wait, I don't know if you can rewind the tape. I said you had to step your game up. Did you listen to the lecture? Did you listen to the lecture?
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta listen to the lecture, man. There's a lot of footnotes in the notes.
21, baby.
I even trimmed the beard a little bit, okay? Because I've been locked in the house for months. I got my little comb. I did all that. I said I got to be ready.
I'm
ready. You're ready.
You're ready. Yeah. Hey, Stu, this is something I learned from Daryl Brooks. If he tells you not to cut your hair, don't cut the shit. Because he told me the story about how he told Kid from Kid and Play not to cut his hair, and he did, and then his career went down to 2. So just
that was it. That was it.
I said you took it off. You took the mask off. Now they know it ain't gonna work.
It kind of worked in reverse for Wes. Like once Wes cut his hair, his career took off. Or once he lost his hair, I don't know what you think.
Cornrows. Oh damn!
Once he cut the cornrows.
Chicken on the egg.
That's
chicken
tough,
on
man.
the egg. Yeah.
That's tough.
Y'all right now. Middle finger to all y'all right now.
Stop wearing them baggy ass pants. That's what.
Hey man, shut up.
Hey man,
they roasting you right now, bro.
Before we get out of here, man, I just want to say thank everybody for logging on and you know, helping celebrate our song, man. This is it's exciting time for us, and I just want to say thank you, and I'm overwhelmed with joy.
A lot of hard work went into this, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can we play the video one more time before we get out of here?
Great job, everybody.
Thanks, Malachi, for standing in too, bro.
Y'all want to play it one more
thanks
time before we get out of here?
Play the video one more time.
Run the interview and then not run the interview. It's all good. I'm happy to be here anyway. However you'll have it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we gonna play it one more time for everybody. All right.
And we ain't gotta come back after the video. I'm just gonna leave.
Okay.
Damn, mic drop.
Yeah. I hope you don't mind if I get ratchet. Go out of my mind, completely batshit. My mama taught me it ain't frontin' if you have it. Please believe, best believe I'm a fan.
Real fast around here. You might need a pass around here. You can watch her dance, but watch your hands, cause we'll grab ass around here. This thing takes skill around here. This thing get real around here. You can hush it up in the game 20 plus. Guess what? We still around here.
Focus in these pockets, making hits in these sockets. They got chips on their shoulder. We got chips in our pocket. Don't speak my name, don't come for me. I roll with SIrius.
young.
Everybody, we here for it. DMV, we here for it. Yeah, ladies, we here for it. Tatiana's, we here for it. All my ladies,
Oh, that's what's up, man.
we here for it. Yeah, she ready, 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 she ready. We here for it. Yeah, yeah, we here for it. Yeah, yeah, we here for it. Hey, okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Niggas ass go boom by yay. Niggas ass go boom by yay. Niggas ass go boom by yay. Niggas ass go boom by, boom by, boom by, boom by, boom by. Let me know what room I can't come through. I never come too soon, so you don't feel like you ain't go Zumba. Keep it moving. What's down that little booty? I've been getting money since I got with Kim and Scooby. I don't know what you've been doing or pursuing. You and ruin. My team ain't got no sense. We out here cranking, check the movement. Them haters popping off and don't be aiming when they shooting. Ain't getting stopping to this movement we pursuing. Let's get this popping. She said she like watching. She turned on my faucet and she let me slide and then kissed me down the side. And she said it's all good. She wiped it
Oh,
off.
boy.
Mr. Miyagi. Yesterday we here for it. Get money, we here for it. Everybody, we here for it. DMV, we here for it. Yeah, ladies, we here for it. Tatiana's, we here for it. All my ladies, we here for it. Yes, indeed, we here for it. Yeah, she ready, 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 she ready. We here for it. Yeah, yeah, we here for it. Yeah, yeah, we here for it. Hey, okay, 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 okay. She said she ready,
Hey,
Okay, I
Salute
lied.
said.
I lied.
Yeah.
I said I was gonna leave, but we got my man Bootsy Vegas in the building.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
What's up,
What's
brother?
up,
How you
brother?
doing?
Oh Jesus.
Oh, man.
Bootsy.
Yes. Okay. Y'all will not believe what just happened to me concerning Scooby. I
What
cannot make this up. You know what I mean?
Oh my.
No, dead serious. Hold on. Let me-
You're probably about to make it up.
No.
Oh, Miss Kim just joined us back too, fella.
Hey, first of all, hello, everybody. Daryl, Kim, Malachi, Jason, Marcus Young. Make sure everybody.
Marcus O.
I know.
Marcus Young.
Marcus Younger,
young.
Yeah, Marcus Younger, yeah. So
Yeah,
literally,
Oh,
you
shit.
would not believe who just stopped me to talk about you, Scooby.
Oh.
And I'm like, you know, first of all, it kind of remind me that I ain't nothing no more and everybody just loves you. But I just saw Melinda Williams. I just saw Melinda Williams from the show with Urkel. What was the show called? With
Oh,
Urkel.
yeah.
Oh, say
Family Matters?
Family
Matters.
Matters.
So my son and her son works out on baseball conditioning. I showed her the video. She played it. She was like, "Oh my God. I knew he was going to be something. I knew he was going to." Like, well, how you know I ain't know? But
Yeah,
she
you know-
literally,
we went to junior high school together.
yeah. Oh no. She told me the whole story, told me how, you know, all y'all were very artistic. I said, well, the great thing is you were successful earlier. It took him 30 years to get here, but at least he arrived. You know what I mean? At least he arrived.
I hope you didn't tell that girl that, man.
Oh no, bruh. I gave her the link to come on here, but she was
Come on, Kelly.
yeah. Nah, but let me say this. she was super excited for your success. She really was. Like,
that's what's up, man.
She was super excited.
Respect.
Yeah, that was my girl back in the day. We was homies, man.
Yeah,
we homies.
You definitely fumbled on that one.
Any questions? Hey, you got any questions for Kim? Since you always asking about it.
Oh my God, Kim. First of all, I just want to say
he's trying to put me on the spot, but I've been drinking,
I'm
so
not
I
trying.
don't think he wants to do that.
She been drinking.
I was messing with E.
Hey,
she
Kim,
ready.
Kim, what you got in your cup? What's that? Yeah.
Oh, Stella
I'm with you,
Rosa.
sis.
I know that's right.
That's fruit punch.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
So Kim, you know, because I never get to interview you. I have been begging to interview you forever. But
you're not going to right now. We're just going to enjoy the video. On this, we're going to do the interviewing maybe next month sometime. I'm still working on that. So
I always like your take control attitude. I love that. I love your
Gemini. Gemini.
Yeah, I just
that's what we do. But I love you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. And
let me tell you something. If I could be loved by anybody, it'll be great to be loved by you. Let me tell you, being loved by you has always been high on my priority list. Let me ask you a question, Kim. One question, I'll be done. Are you from Tennessee?
No, is this a trick question? What the hell?
Are you from Tennessee?
No.
You gotta be, because you're the only 10 I see on this live feed right now. Okay.
Somebody mute his mic.
Off right
I gave you that line too, bro.
Yes, you did. I saw your face though, like I saw your face like.
Oh, you created that?
Oh yeah,
man.
Hey, when we all was in a band together, we had plenty of those.
Oh man.
Hey Zoe, I gotta bring up what Zoe Christian said about West.
I put it in the chat.
Hey, the man said
Scooby's doing the
we was talking about your, you know, your hair after you cut your hair or after you lost it or whatever. I don't know what happened.
Shots.
So Zoe Christian said, "Hey West, start doing CMOS scout steams."
Hey, listen, that world ain't never coming back. I accepted it a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hold on. You say CMOS what?
Steams.
I might need to holler at that CMOS. What you say? CMOS scouts. I might need to do something. I might need to do something before it's too late.
Hey, bro, I literally was in here crying. I was trying to keep quiet because the video was playing. CMOS scalp steams.
Yep. I'm good to go.
Oh man,
that's too funny.
I'm good to go.
So right after
Bless, I know you still on here.
Right after Daryl said everybody's young enough, now we talk about ball.
You right there with me, Malachi.
You know the whole thing took a turn.
I beat you.
The whole thing took a turn when E got on here.
Malachi went bald at 19 out this joint, man. It's all good.
Hey, congratulations though, y'all. For real. Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job.
Also, congratulations on taking the road less traveled. Because I've already, you know, I talked to Scooby this morning. People were questioning what type of song it was. You know, Lord knows if you guys think of anything else besides the one beat and the same chord progressions. Lord have mercy if somebody want to do something else. But congratulations on just taking the road less traveled and trying to explain what this music and what grown and sexy per se can be. It's okay to be free. You know what I mean? So congratulations. I already know, you know, it's going to come. And, you know, the road less traveled, you know what I mean, is a very high reward. So congratulations, you know what I mean? And really, you know what I mean?
Appreciate you, man.
For real,
Appreciate
man.
you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
I got on the phone with Scooby early this morning.
Hey, you got any questions for us while you're here?
Yeah, Daryl Brooks, this question is for you. Has there been any point in this journey, have you woke up and realized you was with Scooby and said, maybe it might be time to hop off?
Oh, damn.
Thought it was gonna be a real question.
Right.
I did too. I really thought he was gonna ask a real question.
You on mute, Daryl?
I said, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Because like any kind of relationship or business, it's all about relationships and also as an ebb and flow. And then our communication has always been straight, above board.
Right.
I met the group, I got a couple of gigs because of my relationships.
Mhm.
And I've watched from afar, and I've also, been in contact. And I think that the kinds of things and focus are on time. I love talking to Dave. Dave is like the nutty professor in the background, because Dave will get it done. You know what I'm saying? And I've been just watching what's going on, and I haven't found anything. You know how people throw rocks at you, or they find out you're involved with something, they throw rocks.
Mhm.
Ain't nobody throwing no rocks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I walk around with a banner, but also the way I move, and some of y'all know how I move. I go into certain places, try to strategically find exactly what needs to be done, or what the interest is for what has to be accomplished. I'm in and out. And from the professionalism and things being delivered, I couldn't have been happier for a track that we end up with today. I couldn't be happier. And blessed knocked it out the park. And to show you how things are supposed to happen, they got a venue that was next to a furniture outlet, and props that we probably would have never thought about and probably couldn't buy at the time all came through the door.
Right.
You can't knock what God has for you?
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? You can't knock that. And I call it a Christmas record, but I think that record that we had also set the tone of who people are and who they expect to see from this organization.
Absolutely.
That was love. That was family love that you saw. And
Let me ask you.
I'm not finished. Hold up, because now I'm taking this interview over. When you have somebody out of nowhere decide to say, I want to put this video as a part of my movie, which also expanded what we could not have done on our own, that's a home run hitter. That's a home run hitter. So you can't deny something that's divine intervention has taken care of. Just like Bootsy, like yourself. You didn't know you'd be a part of this. I know you wanted to be.
Oh.
Yeah. No, but that's the great thing about working with Scooby, even with this one world thing that we've been doing. He is a visionary.
And hey, hold fast, man. You're gonna get the name right, yeah.
He always get it wrong.
I'm gonna need you to say it slow. You just be speedball. Come on, E.
This whole ONEGOGOWolrd thing has been great to see what it has become now. You know what I mean? Like, just an idea of him and Dave, us coming together. The great thing about Scooby is he does not see no boundaries. He don't see restrictions. He don't see boundaries. We kind of get together and then we just go and we run with it. And I just think this whole situation with the whole project and the video is just a testament of him being a real visionary. I would love to ask you one question, Daryl and Malachi. What do y'all see Gogo being post-COVID? Because there's still so much uncertainty going on. A lot of, when I've been talking to people, they don't even know if band's gonna really be able to come back. I would love to know, what do you think Gogo would look like post-COVID? And do you think streaming will be a normal part of the Gogo experience moving forward?
I'll let Daryl take it first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll say the following, Bootsy. I have partners across the country and professional people who've been doing concerts as long as I have or longer. I know what they're doing right now. There's some major corporations, Wall Street money, like Live Nation, AEG, this Performing Arts Theater, Broadway. There's a whole lot of content and inventory, for lack of a better term, that has to be flushed into the marketplace for the following reason. Some of that money is already being held in box office and Ticketmaster from last year.
Wow.
Some fans have not got asked for their money back because they're waiting for the door to open back up. Some fans asked for their money back, but just to give you inside, some of these big corporations who were twirling with Live Nation and really twirling with Ticketmaster had already spent that money because the name of the game is cash flow. So when you got a company that's worth $1 billion, do you think they worry about one thing? They worry about a multitude of things. People think that they make money off of concerts. No, they make money off the ancillaries of the concerts.
the parking, the food, the beverage. When the last time you went in your refrigerator and bought a $16 beer or poured yourself a drink in your house for $20? You don't do that shit because you can buy a whole case of that shit for that. So my point is, it's going to take a minute. Now, you talk about the virtual viral shows. Viral shows, there's a whole generation, maybe 3 or 4 under me, the only thing they know is what they see on their phone or on their pods, period. So consequently, they're groomed to that. Now, there's another age group that wants to socialize because they're hot. You know what I mean? They college kids, they got the testosterone, they got all the fluids running around them, and they need to socialize to find their place in life. So there'll be opportunities for that genre of music to have a place to play. And guess what? SIrius Company fits right in that pocket. They're a performing organization, they have up-tempo mentality, and they look good. By the time we get to, my vision, by the time we get ready to go on the road, they'll be sharper than, period. I don't want to go, get hood, but they'll be very sharp in what they do and what in their presentation. So that's my feeling. And I know what the game is about, because I got real estate hell right now at MGM Grand. I'm holding two outdoor venues for shows that I wanted to do a year ago that I couldn't do. All that stuff still has to happen. But if you look at our history, my company's history, we've always put some of the local talent that we thought had a shot or who needed the visibility instead of in a 100-seat, 500-seat, 800-seat club to be in front of 4, 5, 6, 10,000, 20,000 people. That has been a game changer, okay? That makes you have to step up your game. And those are the kinds of things we've been offering to artists in the DC area. And those are the kind of things I strive for, because what? I'm a Freeman's Hospital baby. I was born in DC. I went to Spingarn, okay? I want to see my city look great. I wear We Are One. I wear Madness back in the day. You know what I mean? I know where I'd get a chili dog. You know what I mean? I used to hang out in Shorts. I went to Spingarn. I can play pool because I learned how to play at Rips, because I always skipped my last period of class. So I know there's certain things that made sense to me as I was growing up. There's a whole culture of people who still need that. And guess what? We are the minstrels. We are the storytellers of that era.
Right.
Chuck did it for years. Chuck was one of the greatest historians and teachers of popular culture. Okay. And I had the privilege, because of my relationship with Chuck, to go to Holland, to go to Japan. And I watched him talk to Dizzy Gillespie and Miles Davis when we played the North Sea Jazz Festival. Chuck had respect that nobody in DC for a long time never gave him. They just thought it was old Chuck playing in the club, doing go-go. No. Chuck was a jazz musician, gospel musician, R&B musician, blues musician, who happened to generate a genre to keep people on the dance floor, and they named it go-go. Okay? So there's a lot of history there. Guess who was the heir apparent when Chuck left? You know that kid I don't have a full screen because I'm on my phone. It was Frank Marshall, better known as Scooby. Nobody gives the reign to an institution like that to an amateur.
Absolutely.
It doesn't happen.
Absolutely.
Okay? Watch this. There's a secret weapon in this band. Her name is Kimberly.
I've heard
Kimberly played and made 2 organizations make money. And I don't think she got the home run that she should have got. That's me personally. And I don't think I said that to anybody. I want this band, I want this organization to give it that. I want to see that happen.
Right.
Period. So those are my desires. Now, I told you about Marcus. The other guys on the front line, each one of them, I feel within the next year, are going to be home run hitters because they have the talent, they have the mentality. And if I have anything to do with it, I know where Scooby's heart is, it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. So that's my vision of what's going to happen. That's my vision of what I see the concert business going to be. That's what my vision of SIrius Company is going to be.
Malachi, I know you got a different perspective being in LA, but also being a successful booking agent and all that. I would love your perspective on that as well.
So the question was, how do I think go-go is going to look post-COVID? Is that the question?
Yes.
Well, I think that obviously an extremely resilient genre. You'll see that it's that their go-go shows are picking up and happening faster than other shows in other genres that I'm booking. You know what I mean? Like I see, because I run gogotix.co, and part of what we do is do listings of all the go-go shows. And I also run a booking agency where I book a bunch of bands and artists and rappers and stuff all over the world. And there's definitely way more listings of go-go shows going on right now than there are shows that I'm booking for artists in other genres. But I think that I'm almost, and I don't want this to sound negative, but I felt like this when they were shutting the clubs down, whenever it was 15 years ago. And I kind of hoped that COVID might do the same thing, which was en masse force go-go bands to innovate and to look for other streams of income that could support them rather than only playing live locally. And clearly some of them who are on screen right now have definitely taken that to heart and figured out a way to, to expand beyond just playing in the local clubs. But I also think that, One Go-Go World is innovative in the way that when you're talking about the live streaming, it's probably the best way that you can expand go-go and the culture and the genre of go-go beyond the city to start building demand in other markets, because traditionally we haven't been very good at creating records that resonate in other markets on a consistent basis. But we always, this is what I talked to White Boy about when I interviewed him on my show, was we always convert live. Like there's no question. You could put a go-go band in front of any audience anywhere in the world and they're gonna burn the shit down. But you can't get them in front of those other audiences on a consistent basis because they don't have anything to perceive them into that marketplace to build up enough demand for a promoter to pay, like for example, Daryl Brooks, he would do it because he has an affinity for go-go. But if he was doing a show in Texas, he's not going to pay a go-go band $20,000 or whatever they think they're supposed to get to travel to Texas, because that's not what's going to sell the tickets there, because we don't have a presence. I mean, we have a small presence in Texas, but not a big presence in Texas. So I think that the combination of everything that's going on here, from the records that the SIrius company has been producing to the videos that they've been producing, with the addition of One Go-Go World Live, right? It's live at the end, One Go-Go World Live. It's a long name, Dave. You probably should have shortened the name a little bit.
It's not live at the end.
Okay. All right. Well, then One Go-Go World, that sounds better.
OGW. Okay.
OGW. Okay, I like it. Make sure it's OGW. Yeah, there you go. So with One Go-Go World Live is that what I'm hearing a lot in the non-go-go live world, and Daryl, maybe I don't know, maybe you've heard the same thing, is that people are looking at live stream post-COVID as the cheap seats. So where you sell, which is you guys were almost gonna do this at Union Stage, right? Do like a show that actually happened where there were tickets and people could come to the actual show, and then you could buy a cheaper seat or a cheaper ticket to watch it live. I feel like, I mean, that's what the word is. Obviously, we'll see what happens, but it seems like that could happen. And I think that's nothing but a great thing for go-go, because people can experience it from Cleveland or Toronto or whatever without having to come to DC, or without a promoter having to shell out a whole bunch of money to get a band that nobody's ever heard of to come to their market, but they can experience it. The only thing that I would say, at present company excluded, is that for go-go as a whole, I think go-go needs to pay more attention to the show and go back to the show that we're putting on, because we have such a cheat code with the beat, with the percussion, that we can move a crowd anywhere and just stand behind a microphone. But on a live stream, that doesn't translate. You got to give some kind of show. So I think that, you guys do a great job of that, but I think that some of the other bands just need to be cognizant of the fact that you can't do the same thing on a live stream as you can do at a regular show, because you don't get the same effect through a screen as you do through Rio's speakers or whatever. But I definitely am optimistic on the future of the genre and the way that, you know, bands like these guys and organizations like Daryl's are taking advantage of, you know, the new technology to move things forward. Because I think we've consistently, at least since I've been at Go-Go, which is, you know, not as long as some people, but you know, we have been a little bit behind the curve on you know, on taking advantage of new technology and the ways to you know, disseminate our music. And I'm happy to see all you guys, you know, taking the lead on that. So congratulations again, great video, good job, kudos all around. You guys are awesome, everybody except for Wes and Bootsy, but everybody else is dope. So thanks for having me.
I'd like to add one thing to you what you were saying, Bootsy, and what Malachi was saying. One of the things that we used to do back in the day, and this has a lot to do with product. People follow groups that have music that they like. So if I was to wind back and say, Curtis Blow had a record called The Breaks. For 15 minutes, he was the hottest thing on the stage, and he was blazing on the radio maybe 20 times a day. Okay, and I can name other go-go hip hop groups who did that. Well, if the plan that we have and that Scuba have discussed is dropping product, you know, consistently, as we said, we got an open lane, and if other groups of our genre start dropping, we'll have enough information, enough music content in the marketplace where you have to pay attention to it. Example, Teddy Riley had a sound that he had been nurturing for years. And he basically, he did it with Keith Sweat, he did it with Heavy D, he did it with the Rex in Effect, and he finally had enough of his product on the radio. So when he came out with his same sound, people were accustomed to it, and he had other things that complemented it as they performed it. The same thing with Motown. I don't know how much y'all into Motown history.
I am.
But Holland Dozier and Holland. Okay, those guys, and that's in the rhythm section they had, a lot of times you heard the same melody, the same bottom on a lot of their product, but there was such a familiarity that people got used to it, and there was different lyrics on top of it. But they'd hit you so many times, you were accustomed and liked it. So people have come into DC. I heard CeeLo came in and snatched a whole bunch of music or a lot of, you know, tracks out of here. A lot of people who've done that only take a snippet and run with it. But we are the factory. If we mine our own diamonds out of our own factory and prop everybody up and bring others in to be propped up, so we can say so-and-so's on this one, or such is featured on that one, and let people know the PR of who we are, it changes the dynamic. When Andre 3000 said the South got something to say, guess what? A lot of motherfuckers say, oh shit, I better pay attention. Mobb Deep and them, a lot of them guys have been down there for years. It was only in that little pocket. You follow what I'm saying? But until you come out of your pocket and go into territories that you haven't been in, or have other vehicles to promote in those other territories and make music, and right now we got the internet and this download world. Black colleges and colleges up and down this corridor that we've been playing in for years, now they have new meat that they eat on. We got new presentations to give them.
God damn.
Every one of those colleges have students that come from all over the world. They come from everywhere. Once they get an anointing of this music that we play, it's over. And we just got to keep feeding that machine.
Kubi, you said something?
Huh?
You said something?
No, I was gonna tell Dave, just play the first part of the video right fast. Just play it right fast. I want to hear something. You got new meat to eat on.
Y'all look cold.
What's up, BJ?
I hope you don't mind if I get ratchet. Go out of my mind completely.
All right, Dave, stop it.
Mama taught me it ain't frontin' if you have it.
Stop it, Dave. Stop it. E, how does it make you feel when she say that first line right there?
What was the line exactly?
I hope you don't mind if I get ratchet.
I loved it. You know what I mean? Like, because, you know, I like my women kind of like I like
wait a minute.
a good meal.
Hold up.
A good meal.
Yeah. I like
Wait a minute.
I like a whole lot of stuff. You know, I like that she is sophisticated, good looking, and ratchet at the same time. It's almost like, you know, I get some variety. And the one thing about Kim that I always look forward to is meeting and getting acquainted with probably every possible side of her. So I love the fact that it comes through in her music. You know what I mean? So, you know, when she says, I hope you don't mind, you say, if I get ratchet, I'm here for it.
You don't mind.
I'm here for it.
Hey, welcome to the show, BJ.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. All right, Dave, play it one more time.
I can start from the beginning again. Welcome to the show, BJ. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I thought BJ got fired and Kim was
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind if I get ratchet. Go out of my mind, completely batshit. My mama taught me it ain't flaunting if you have it. Please believe, best believe I'm a bad.
Real fast around here. You might need a pass around here. You can watch her dance, but watch your hands, cause we'll grab ass around here. This thing takes skill around here. This thing get real around here. You can hush it up in the game 20 plus. Guess what? We still around here.
In these pockets, making hits in these sockets. They got chips on their shoulder. We got chips in our pocket. Don't speak my name, don't come for me. I roll with serious company. I'm a queen that's not my fingers, and my team will get you done for me, cause we here for it.
Get money, we here for it. Everybody, we here for it. DMV, we here for it. Yeah, ladies, we here for it. Latianas, we here for it. All my ladies, we here for it. Yes, indeed, we here for it. Yeah, cause she ready.
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 We here for it. Yeah, we here for it.
Hey,
Yeah, we here for it.
ladies,
Hey, okay.
So you don't feel like you in your Zumba. Keep it moving. What's down that little booty? I've been getting money since I got with Kim and Scooby. I don't know what you've been doing or pursuing. You and moving. My team ain't got no sense. We out here cranking, check the movement. Them haters popping off and don't be aiming when they shooting. Ain't getting stopping to this movement we pursuing. Let's get this popping. She said she like watching. She turned on my faucet and she let me slide and her kids moved down the side. She said it's all good. She wiped it off like she worked for Mr. Miyagi. Yesterday, we here for it.
Get money, we here for it. Everybody, we here for it. DMV, we here for it. Yeah, ladies, we here for it. Latianas, we here for it. All my ladies, we here for it. Yes, indeed, we here for it. Yeah, cause she ready.
She ready.
She ready.
She ready.
She ready.
She ready.
She ready. We here for it. Yeah, we here for it. Yeah, we here for it. Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Kim.
Okay, Kim.
Bring me back to the stage, please.
Kim over there having a party.
By herself.
All she want to do is get back to the stage.
Where is the guitar, Scoob?
Hey, you know, it's all the way downstairs. It's downstairs.
No, I mean in a video, man. Not right.
Oh, you talking about in the video? Oh yeah, it wasn't this kind of record. I had to. I wanted to dance a little bit.
No, I said that on purpose, and the reason why, because I want, if anybody else from any other bands is watching, they need to pay attention, I think, to the fact that, like, you know, you got two dynamite keyboard players in the band that can play anything, but they're not playing all over the record. You got you who are almost as an amazing a guitar player as me. If you still had the credit card, you probably would be. But,
hey, I told him he need to patent that. He need to patent that.
I know. I know you need to bring it. But I'm gonna start a petition, not a GoFundMe, but whatever the other joints is to bring the credit card back. That would, and that was your
credit card pick, dog. That's what you did.
But yeah, that was the shit. But hey, you could do merch and everything. Yeah, get on it, baby.
No more.
But my thing is that the band is full of amazing musicians, but everybody did their part to serve the song, as opposed to showing every 8 bars how amazing musicians they are. How you got West to not do rolls and fills throughout the whole song is beyond me.
Don't you ever like that?
I know he has matured slightly since the cornrows and baggy jeans days, but he still doesn't roll.
You can't find not one record where I was ever out of pocket. Not one show. You go back to 03, 04.
Listen, man, I'm trying to give you a compliment. Shut up. But all jokes aside, though, for real, like, I think it is a really important point to make that
it is
that you have a dynamite band full of amazing musicians who all played their part in the song to serve the song.
Hey, Malachi.
And that's a fundamental thing that go-go bands seem to have lost that art over many, many years, and I'm happy to see you guys bring it back. What do you want to say, Wesley?
The one thing I can say is when it comes to us, when it comes to doing records and stuff like that, even just when we playing live in person, it's like everybody understands. I feel like we always attack songs from a producer standpoint and the live standpoint. You know what I'm saying? You get the best of both worlds. So the majority of us in the band, like, everybody plays more than one instrument. Everybody produces and stuff like that. So it's like when you piece us together, we're always about playing to the audience versus playing to musicians, trying to cater to musicians or trying to cater to ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when we do stuff like this record right here, it comes off easy because, like, nigga, that's what we do on a normal basis. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to cater to the musician. You're supposed to cater to the audience. The audience is the people who's going to push you forward. The audience is the people who's going to support you and stuff like that. So if you're not catering to them, you shorten yourselves out 1,000. You feel what I'm saying?
The one thing I remember that stuck out that my former mentor, or still my mentor, Ignatius Mason, said to us when we were in the Open Tribe, we were kids. He said, "Don't play for other musicians because musicians don't buy music."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you realize that when you get older, musicians don't buy other musicians' music. Like, we just you know what I mean? It's just
acknowledge each other.
And then, but to your point, Malachi, it's an art in producing a record. You know what I mean? Like, just because you can play, and we see that all the time. Every band has 3 or 4 producers in it. You know what I mean? But there are producers in that same band that the band won't even take their music. You know what I mean? So just because you can play doesn't make you a great producer. And, you know, people like Puffy and Jermaine Dupri has proven that without even being able to play one instrument, you know, they're able to produce records. And that's just an art in itself. So that's something that you have to learn and develop, you know, speaking to all the other bands out there. Like, don't just go in the studio, record and push and record and just getting it done. Like, I commend you for taking the effort, but also learn how to produce a record and learn how to make songs so that, you know, it's digestible to the people the 99% of the world that's not right here in DC.
Yeah, I mean this band also has a little something. I would say this band also has a little something different than most other bands have from this area in general. A lot of the other bands they will have members in the band who are still trying to find a name or trying to show off. And pretty much everybody in this band has done something significant in this area at different points. So it's not an issue of us trying to compete with each other or trying to show up one another. We're all trying to work together to try to make something complete. And so that changes the aspect of what people do when they're on stage. Because I'm not trying to compete with Marcus, Wes and BJ, not compete with each other. They're trying to work together to make everything sound good. So.
Yeah, right. That was on 1000 the other night too. Down Babylon. Jesus Christ,
man.
You would have been proud of me. I shut up and let the beat ride.
You did,
nigga.
Yeah.
Hey,
he said you did.
Hey, Scooby was letting he was letting them beats ride for a good 6-7 minutes, y'all. I was
rapper style.
Listen, I could have played another set for real.
Yeah, they was on fire. You know, they talking to me like that. You gotta leave them alone, man.
I was like, this nigga here.
2021 is already paying dividends. Cool. Changing everybody.
2021.
Changing everybody. Jeez. BJ, how you doing, sir?
Oh, BJ, unmute your microphone.
Yeah.
BJ. We can't hear you.
Wow, BJ.
He started the 7-Eleven. That's why, man.
Glizzy gang.
Two fully dressed governors.
Got the quarter pound, big bite, you know.
Big bite.
Oh man, he got
the big bite.
Yeah. He had to finish him off. He right now finishing them off. Finish him.
I thought this was supposed to be a professional interview.
I'm proud of him, man.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah,
he's got the do-rag on.
He can't get his sound right.
Malachi, and Daryl, I would love to ask you this question. I talked about this with Scooby on the Blend Show Wednesday. Is there another market that you think if Go-Go focus on, they could have a good chance of breaking into? Because I actually have a theory, just from my small travels. I think Seattle would really embrace Go-Go. Just for me being there, being around there, traveling with Earth, Wind, and Fire, being around there with the live scene. Is there a market you think that if Go-Go focus on, it could probably get some traction and crack through in?
You want to go first, Daryl, or you want me to go first?
He went first last time.
All right, I'll go first this time. He's on mute anyway. I think it depends on what style of go-go you're talking about. I feel like more traditional go-go would do better in, and you're saying Seattle. I have said something in the past that people have taken as being controversial, and that's not the way I mean it. I feel like, well, I don't even feel like, I've seen evidence of the fact that traditional go-go, more traditional go-go in other markets outside of DC appeals more to people that look like me. And I'm not suggesting that you make go-go for people that look like me or be inauthentic to the culture or do anything to try to change it in any way to make that. So I'm just saying that based on me being with bands that have played in other places, and Mama Sauce played all over the country or whatever, obviously Mama Sauce wasn't a traditional go-go band, but closer than a bounce beat band would be, if you follow what I'm saying. But I think if you're talking about bounce beat, because bounce beat is absent the syncopation of traditional go-go, and it's more on a straight 4/4 pattern, whereas you could take a bounce beat and put it right under a trap beat and it'll still fit. Whereas traditional go-go, there's that swing there's that, as I was talking to T-Bone from Trouble Funk yesterday on my show, there's that 1/16th swing that you can't really just put that under any other genre of music. It doesn't fit. That's why we have to rearrange it and change the phrasing of our vocals and stuff like that when we're doing go-go covers of songs. I feel like bounce beat, if it were presented in the correct, if it were presented in a more professional way, and when I say professional, I don't necessarily mean glossy. I just mean more industry. Just presented in a way that, I mean, structured. I don't want to make it seem like I don't know. It's a thin line, because you can still be authentic and you can still be true to the roots and the essence of the music, but just present it in a more I guess professional way. I don't know. I'm having trouble articulating what I'm saying. But.
Okay, so are you trying to say maybe if they put it where it's a hook, chorus, hook, you know what I mean, more in a
well, I don't even just mean, I mean, song structure, traditional song structure is the basis. And I think that the Achilles heel of go-go, for as long as I've been involved with it, is learning how to produce a song, which is why I'm so complimentary of what you guys have done, because that's a real song that's put together the way a song would be. And of course, that's the way we consume go-go in DC. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with continuing to do it that way. But if we say we want to export the culture outside of the DMV, then there's a few things, minor things that have to change. And it's a delicate balance between maintaining the authenticity of the culture and where we come from and what we do, but also presenting it in a way that is palatable to people outside of DC. So, but I think that, I mean, to answer, I'm going in circles to answer your question, but I think that Seattle probably is a good, or even Portland will be good for more traditional forms of go-go. I remember right before I joined Northeast Groovers, they played in Portland at a college, and it was nuts, and they were talking about it for years and years afterwards. But I think that in terms of bounce beat, which is skews more contemporary urban, I think places like like Atlanta could be a spot, possibly even Miami, but also traditional. If we're talking about traditional go-go more from a musical standpoint, RC and the Grits, who's Erykah Badu's band, is one of my clients, and they're from Dallas, and they also play with a guy named Sean Martin, who I think is from Houston. Maybe Daryl knows. He's from Texas somewhere. I can't remember. It's Houston. It's Houston. Okay, yeah. So he does a go-go show. Well, he's really a jazz musician, but he does a go-go show, and they play together. And they do these gigs called Grits and Go-Go. So but that's more like from a jazz fusion sort of, neo soulish type of vibe. So I think that works from a traditional standpoint more in an urban community. But I do think that Seattle or Portland from a standpoint of people that look like me, but I think that more from a more contemporary, like bounce beat, younger vibe, I think Atlanta and possibly in terms of like a B market, Charlotte maybe more of like a C market type of thing.
Well, what the other thing is, there was a go-go show, radio show. DJ AB was doing a go-go show in Austin, Texas. He just stopped a couple of years ago. And his show on the weekends was like one of the biggest radio shows in Austin in the whole state of Texas. And all he did was go-go. And I remember one day Yanni was down there and heard him on the radio and called me, and I kind of had hooked him up. So I do know Austin, and I'm talking about what I've actually seen with my own eyes. Austin, Seattle, I know would be great markets. If a go-go band decided, I'm just going to go there for like 3 days, we're just going to play 3 straight days there, I think Seattle and Austin would really be a good one. Mr. Brooks, for somebody who has traveled the whole globe, has there a market you think go-go could penetrate if it puts some effort?
Well, I think that I'm going to go in a different way to answer your question, Boosie.
Mm-hmm.
When I was doing self-contained band shows like Parliament, Barcades, Cameo, Kool and the Gang, rap music was like a novelty that made noise and had turntables.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the product that they sent out in advance, they had good music that people wanted to hear. And let me see what they do. Okay. So they carved their market. Also, it was a small crew and probably a bunch of homies that went on salary because they didn't have nothing but turntables and maybe 2 dancers. So he talked about 5 guys, 4 guys, 3 guys, 2 guys. And until they started bringing dollars in to support their other cast, for lack of a better term, homies, they didn't need that. There's not a go-go band I know of in DC that don't have at least 9 to 11 people, 12 people. That's what I'm talking about on the stage. I'm not talking about equipment, grips, sound light, roadie, wardrobe, depending upon who they got to carry. That
and
costs.
Scooby's 40 homies that he's about to start traveling with.
You know, so that takes dollars. That takes dollars. Rock bands, those house bands, lounge bands, they all get in a van, sleep on top of each other, eat at Waffle House, happy to get $100, and they sell their tapes and their cassettes when they go to the gig to supplement their travels. Most of these bands probably don't have a merch line, don't sell posters, they don't take pictures at the end of the gig, they don't get that other revenue stream. So they leave so much money on the floor, they're not perceiving themselves having to do that. So as I said earlier, your college markets who have been nurtured and groomed to hear that go-go music is one set of rules. But good musicians, let's talk about Jill Scott for an example. She had a nice record, but once she put that go-go twist on remix and came to DC, it was a game changer. She had to have it because they made dollars and cents to her. Erykah Badu, I've traveled with her for over 10, 20 years. When she put Sardines in there, it lit up. But that one record wasn't her show, but she knew how to work it in her show. We have bands that could light it up, but nobody knows anything else they're talking about. So it's like going into a room blind. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Am I gonna get this one record? Am I gonna get this one record for 90 minutes? They don't know. And who's gonna put the bill for 90 minutes of a question mark about 3,000 miles away? It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen. So
you think we should do, go ahead.
No, you got a question? Go ahead.
No, I was saying you think we should do a calendar for all
What's
of us.
that mean?
We should do a calendar for like a picture calendar. I mean, it's 9 of us in the band. We could do 9 months and then 3 pictures of all the band together or something like that.
I have no problem with that because as I mentioned to you before, we should be selling T-shirts. I've been trying to get Kim and I'm working on this bubble bath. I'm not giving that idea up, Kim. I'm not giving it up. I want to sell lotions and body oils and stuff. I've been researching that for the last month, trying to come up with the right formula so I can send her a package from up here so she can see what I'm talking about. But we need to do those kinds of things to bring that other ancillary dollars in. And I'll give you an example. When they had New Kids on the Block, their merchandise came in a loose leaf notebook of maybe 800 to 900 vendors who's put their brand on that product and sold them all over the world. Okay, people want to be if they like you, they want stuff with that brand so they live vicariously or be a part of your life. And what's really sad and real kind of funny when you think about it in retrospect, when Puffy started doing that bling and when the boys down south started bringing that bling bling, more white folks, Chinese folks, Japanese folks, Koreans made more money off of diamonds, gold, Gucci, all that other stuff than ever. And if even a portion of that money had gone into our community, we'd all be talking a totally different way in our life. We'd all be living differently. So we need to focus on what it takes to build a community, build an organization, and find out the ancillary mechanics, economics of what delivers something for our family. Merchandise is one. As I always tell you, Scoop, I think I hit on at least once every other day. We got to get our own property, our own venue, and have our own stopping hole where we can have people come to us. We can serve them a cocktail, serve them some tea, play music, have showcase of music, so we can have an incubator for other people who come behind us. So we also have some kind of relationship with the past and the future. I don't know. That's the kind of mentality and thinking that has to transpire for us to grow. What market would not like a good music, a good entertainment if they thought it was appealing? That's why the video is so important. They say, I want that in my house. But you got to give them 2, 3, and 4 so they know for my $29 or my $59 or my $150, I'm gonna get at least 3 or 4 tunes that I like and familiar with, because then they're gonna introduce me to some new stuff somewhere during their set. Because our audience, it ain't the audience of yesteryear. Our audience is intelligent. They research. They start looking up stuff. They'll Google you in a heartbeat and find out who you are, what you are, where you've been. That's why them young boys, the hustlers know how to play that. Let me go fall down the street or wreck my car, fall off the stage so I can get some press, so people start paying attention to me. You know what I mean?
Who gonna be the one fall off the stage?
Well, I don't know.
Scooby.
I'm just giving you ideas. I'm not. Let me take that back. I didn't mean to say that. I'm just giving you things that have transpired.
Yeah, please don't nobody wreck that.
No. But I'm just giving you things that transpire from a publicity standpoint that makes a difference in life, and putting a lot of product in the marketplace changed lives. Because then you, as I said earlier, you would have created your own lane, because there have been enough of that music that's complementary. So those programming directors at radio stations and those cable networks have something that can connect it to. What's the use of having a record that when you play it in a format of a radio station that doesn't connect to nothing else on the radio?
Yeah,
they can't do it. They're not going to program it to throw their audience off. I gave you the example earlier of Teddy Riley. I give you the example of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. I give you of Face and LA and Face. They kept you listening to their same sound in Motown. You heard their sound over and over again. And then they created an environment for themselves. We have to be able to create an environment for ourselves to make them know that when they come into our environment, they're gonna be loved, they're gonna be able to party, they'll be able to connect, they're gonna be sexy, they're gonna be grown, and they're gonna have a good time. Yeah. Not just playing one record. Now, think about it. I put EU on several shows back in the day when they had a big record. Outside of DC, Texas, Augusta, all kinds of places. You know what I mean? I couldn't do that with Chuck at the time. You know, when he did Money, he did his own run, but then he didn't want to go no more. I don't see Ray Essence playing in Chicago or Detroit. I think the markets that you groom, like I guess guys have been trying to really groom Atlanta because there's a place in Atlanta. But Atlanta's smart enough to know if y'all come down and give me something to work with, I'll play your stuff better than you before you get back here again. Because I know it's going to take you more money to get to me than it'll take me to get to you. Mm-hmm. And think about it back in the day. What we did to integrate that, we did shows because they wouldn't allow go-go into the Capitol Center. They wouldn't allow it in Constitution Hall. So we had to integrate it and have go-go meets rap. You know what I mean? Had to put R&B groups with a go-go group to get them used to seeing that in their environment because they didn't know who you were. They thought you were, chop them up and shoot them up and dope them up. But those things had to be slowly nurtured into the marketplace. So you got to nurture this in the marketplace, and our product is right now the best tool we have. Our visuals are the best tool we have. Our website is the best tool we have that they can integrate that into marketplaces all across the planet. That's why it's so important for everybody in this band to maximize all their outlets, their contacts, their likes on their particular platforms, and send the information out. The stuff that I saw Dave do today, that stuff should be everywhere. Just flood it, send it out, send it out. Let that be the bait that brings in the fish. That was corny, but you got my point.
No, that made sense.
Now my bad, the piggyback on what Daryl was saying, just in terms of the getting people used to it. That's sort of what I was doing at the casino, and a lot of the band, like G and at House, when rest in peace with Junkyard, were sort of mad at me because I wouldn't put Backyard and Junkyard in there. As soon as I started doing the go-go nights, I'm like, I had to warm them up a little bit with the Black Alleys and the Belladonnas and the Chuck Brown bands, stuff that seems a little more safe to, the 85-year-old Jewish white man that owns the casino before I hit him with Backyard, Junkyard, that kind of stuff. So it's not an exact analogy, but it's the same kind of thing that Daryl's talking about, where you kind of got to spoon feed them a little bit to get them used to it before you can come in with the raw uncut. And I think y'all doing a great job of starting that off.
I agree.
Yeah. Cool. Well, you guys are on the way.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Hey, we've been on for a couple hours, man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and my wife keep giving me the side eye because it's Friday night. And she, I guess, I don't know what she's trying to do. She's trying to go get a drink or something. So I'm gonna wrap it up. But I think before we go, we play it one more time. Marcus.com. Got baby Marcus. He can't do nothing. He can't dance.
Hey, how you like them brownies, bro?
Listen, I had one, and I put them back in the shelf. I gotta space them out. I gotta space them out. Yeah, I gotta space them out.
How was them beef patty though?
Wait a minute.
And you know I'm a vegetarian, bro. That's you at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, I think this might be a good time to play the record.
You want to play it again?
One last time before we go, because they talking about beef patties and glizzy governors.
That's your
BJ.
I gotta go.
7-Eleven. The BJ on his way.
Fully dressed with relish.
Fully dressed.
Here the video go, fellas.
Cut it out.
Hey, this is what BJ says is glizzy.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind if I get ratchet.
I hope you don't mind if I get ratchet. Go out of my mind, completely batshit. My mama taught me it ain't frontin' if you have it. Please believe, best believe I'm a badass.
Real fast around here. You might need a pass around here. You can watch her dance, but watch your hands, cause we'll grab ass around here. This thing takes skill around here. This thing get real around here. You can hush it up in the game 20 plus. Guess what? We still around here.
Slick in these pockets, making hits in these sockets. They got chips on their shoulder. We got chips in our pocket. Don't speak my name, don't come for me. I roll with serious company. I'm a queen that snap my fingers and my team will get you down for me, cause we here for it.
Get money, we here for it. Everybody, we here for it. DMV, we here for it. Yeah, ladies, we here for it. Tatiana's, we here for it. All my ladies, we here for it. Yes, indeed, we here for it. Yeah, she ready.
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 We here for it. Yeah, we
We here for it.
Yeah,
Hey,
we here
ladies,
for
hey.
it. Okay.
So you don't feel like you and your Zumba. Keep it moving. What's down that little booty? I've been getting money since I got with Kim and Scooby. I don't know what you've been doing or pursuing you and ruin. My team ain't got no sense. We out here cranking, check the movement. Them haters popping off and don't be aiming when they shooting. Ain't getting them stopping to this movement we pursuing. Let's get this popping. She said she like watching. She turned on my plastic and she let me slide and that kiss me down the side. And she said the song, she wiped it off like she worked for Mr. Miyagi. Yesterday, we here for it. Get money, we here for it. Everybody, we here for it. DMV, we here for it. Yeah, ladies, we here for it. Tatiana's, we here for it. All my ladies, we here for it. Yes, indeed, we here for it. Yeah, she ready.
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 We here for it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
Kim over there in full swing.
That's a record.
Oh yeah, she back.
Hey, I was like, is that a video? Like, what, is that the part of the video?
No,
What happened to my
Kim's
screen
party
over
there.
here?
That was Kim's party over there.
Oh.
Hey, Kim bought you bought 2 glasses in?
I'm
she about half the bottle.
Everybody, but
She about half the bottle.
And you got the party lights going, red, blue, and the green.
I had to go to the go-go. We can't go to the go-go, so I bought it to the house.
We got my man Darren X in the building.
Darren X just came on when the go-go over.
From Go-Go Royalty.
That wasn't the video? Hold up.
X, how you come on like 2 hours late, yeah?
Woo.
Wow.
Hey, Darren, where you come from?
Really?
Hey, X, when you come? When
You came on right at the end, just like on Clubhouse.
Hey, X, we were just wrapping up, man.
This is a true go-go authentic go-go moment.
Yes, sir.
The keyboard player shows up at the end of the show.
And the keyboard player never shows up at the end of the show. I understand
Who shows up at the end, Dave?
The keyboard player never shows up there at the end.
Look at Dave sticking up for his fellow keyboard player, man.
I know, right? Dave, just because you got a keyboard show on ONEGOGOWolrd doesn't.
Hey, trust and believe, brother.
Dave, who shows up at the end of the show?
Miss Kim, I'm not going to discuss. Miss Kim, I'm not going to discuss who shows up at the end of the show.
Hey, that was funny. That was funny, dog.
Oh, you with me, please?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, guys.
Hey, Wes.
Yeah.
Wes, when is your birthday?
February 12th.
Oh damn, I missed it. I'm gonna put some CMOS scalp steam in the mail for you tomorrow. Yeah.
Some scalp steam gel.
Yeah,
I didn't want to forget you.
That's fine, man. Just make sure you use some for yourself too.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm totally fine with being. I'm good.
Hey, X, what you think about the song, man?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, they got turned up.
Yes, sir.
I love the energy. I'm ready to give it to the Go-Go's for the new opening song next season. You hear me?
There it is. Move us right on in there.
There we go.
Yeah. Is that the famous West from Restaurant?
What's up?
That's my CD, man.
The Go-Go's not playing this year, right?
No, not them. There's a few teams playing, but some aren't. They actually merged some teams together for this season, but October they're gonna start back up again. Like everything should be cool. So we should be good. Now when you ready, let me know, Scoob. You know, I plug you right in. I send this shit right over to Q. You got his email, don't you?
Yeah. I talk to the Q sometimes.
Yeah. Let them know you doing some stuff because we ain't trying to sit and wait for them. Like we ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't gotta be doing no guesswork. Like
okay.
I'm trying to be the
host. Is that E? What's up, E?
Hey, man. I'm trying to be the host, man.
Hey, man.
X, what kind of wild ass green screen shit you got going on?
Hey, man, this man got all the high tech stuff going on over there. You know how he do, man.
You need that green screen, champ.
Hey, that studio look tough.
Right.
Yeah, I need that green screen, champ.
That's tight. I'm just saying half your head keeps disappearing.
Wait a minute. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. I promise. I'm getting off this shit.
Please.
Hey, yeah.
Somebody, please.
Man, custom back.
Man.
Wait a minute.
What is going on?
We got a sensor. We're the sensor.
Yeah, we need the FDA, the FFA. All them alphabets. I'm coming.
We need to blank some of this shit out. God damn. No control. It's just no control over your vocals. So, just say anything. God damn.
Gotta grow up. We gotta grow up.
Yeah, man.
Malachi,
stop saying anything. You know.
Is Daryl still here?
look at that.
Yeah, Daryl is still here.
Oh, I just want to say thank you so much to Malachi and Daryl. Even though I didn't talk much. You already know where my heart is, and I'm working on me. That's all I can say. But thank you all for watching.
God is guiding your steps, Kim.
Nah, thanks for.
You know
thanks for
He
coming.
is,
Thanks.
and that's all I
Yeah,
need you to say about my Lord. Okay.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right.
It's
Yes,
mine.
yes, indeed. Yes.
I'm leaving this one all
I
the
like
way
for y'all to
alone.
turn to sin. I can't even get my Bible verses right.
Thank you. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Okay.
Kim, you look a little hot over there.
Psalms 18, verse 6-7 says, "He and I shall." Let me go get me a drink. I'm gonna see y'all a little later. Thank y'all for coming on, man. Malachi, I appreciate you, brother. Daryl Brooks, thank you. Darren X, thank you for coming on at the 9th hour.
Bottom of the night, baby.
Kim,
There
thank you for being on here at all. I know you was last minute. You got the information last minute. And I appreciate you.
And do you apologize for telling me that I didn't come on here with some lipstick and makeup and I wasn't ready?
What do you mean? You look fine.
No, you said when I first got on and I was in the car, you said, "Oh, look at her. She ain't ready."
We couldn't see you.
That's because we couldn't see you.
No, he wasn't saying it like that.
Oh, shots fired.
Oh, we were saying we couldn't see you.
We couldn't do it.
I gotta stick up for old Frank on that one. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought because he liked to talk about me.
No, if I saw Jonah, you gonna know. You already know that.
It was pitch
sorry,
black
because
in
he
your
got
top.
his gray
That's
beard
what that
all
was.
up in the camera, so he can't say nothing.
No, I only got strands, but I'm gonna give me some some powder for
Just
volume.
you got a lot of. You gonna Beijing that joint?
Nah, I don't use Beijing. I use some powder for depth.
Excuse me.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
I don't know where this is
Mo did it.
I don't know where
Even
this is going.
even BJ,
We
was
can
like,
end the
"That's too
live
much
right
for me.
here.
I'm out of here."
We can.
Right.
Well,
We can end this.
you can stay with the depth. You can go ahead and you can stay with the depth. Thank you for including me on this.
Hey man, who got the end button? Where the end button?
I got the end button. We can end this right
Little
here.
leave. There's a little leave button right at the bottom. You might
Yeah,
want to.
I'm gonna go ahead and head
might
out.
want to just leave.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real
Leave.
quick before you leave, School. Before you leave, is E still on here?
Yeah.
Hey, Boosie. Scooby earlier said that OP Tribe used to come down to Annapolis and put a foot in. So all I'm trying to say is, Ice was just DJing last night talking about occupation reunion. So I should tell him maybe should have OP Tribe come down too. You can do OP Tribe and occupation reunion and see who still got it.
Listen.
But Wes is playing with occupation because Wes ain't never played with. Yeah,
I don't know if y'all want the problems
I
though.
played while after you was gone.
Hey, I'm be honest with you. As much as I can, Arvell chomping at the bit to do anything. Listen, if I let them two off the leash, right now, somebody's gonna get hurt.
Look, as long as you don't let Arvell give a whole ass sermon before the show about the Israelites and all the fucking all that shit,
He's
then
doing
we're cool.
that. Forget about it. He's doing that.
But I can. Do you know what I can like said that I was Vlad. Did you know that? I was like, damn, bro. We know we've been knowing each other for this long, and that's what you think of me? Like, God damn.
Hey,
yeah. I was like, okay. Yeah. Well, let me clarify. He said we have a Vlad in Go-Go. And I was like, well, I'm the only white dude doing interviews, so I hit him. I was like, are you talking about me? And he was like, I mean, if it seems like I'm talking about you, then I was like, oh, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, that sound like Ike. That sound like
yeah. Oh man, but that's all good. Yeah, to my knowledge, nobody has ever.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Activity on my show.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I tell them right now that Occupation wants to battle OP Tribe,
they'll be
my
ready.
man is going to be on the first thing smoking.
I'm telling you.
He gonna leave his whole family behind. Come up here, I promise.
He's not lying.
I'll be front row at that show. Front row.
Oh, Wes, they're gonna need you, Wes. They're gonna need you.
They're gonna need a lot of help, Wes. They're gonna need a whole lot of help, bro. You know, Petey's still lurking too.
Yeah.
They gonna need some help. Petey's still lurking too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do like we did. We'll do like we did in the last one. ISO play the first set, and then we'll get L Boogie on the second set. And Wes, you got on the last one too, didn't you? A little bit.
Yeah, I got the last three. Like it was a couple you wasn't at. You know what's funny? The second occupation reunion, I was on the front line.
Oh,
I
Lord.
got the CD.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm bad at reunions. I only been at like one. I played at 2 Northeast reunions and I think 2 occupation reunions. And I'm not good at the reunions.
When they did the joint at out in front of park at the firehouse. Crashed my car from the drinks.
Come on, E.
Yeah, you always crashing.
Let him live, E. Let him live, E.
That was in the past though. That was in the past.
This man crashed more cars than I know. You know?
Hey, but the checks be good. The checks be good.
Okay. No comment. We're not talking about them.
There we go. Yeah. All right, now don't call me Vlad now because I didn't say that shit. You brought that up on yourself.
It wasn't my fault. It was
They
their fault.
They can't use this.
Hey, what y'all about to do?
I'm about to leave.
Sign off.
End.
Leave.
Leave. This red button. Click this red button.
6 o'clock.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good.
Leave.
Hey, Malachi, if you want it, you can get it. If you want it, you can get it.
I live in California.
Okay, good.
Okay.
No problem.